Hello, everyone. I am just coming with a quick video. I want to talk about this comment I got under my video. Uh, First, it says, did Joe make America and the world better over the last 4 years? Okay, it hasn't been 4 years. And this person has forgot that we were just coming off a pandemic, that a lot of people just lost their minds, lost stuff, lost lives. Uh, so really, people really didn't care because we just got off of a pandemic worldwide. And what did uh, Putin goes to war? We just got off a pandemic, and he goes on to war. Didn't even care about nobody. And then you had these Hamas. There go Israel and Palestinians fighting again. They didn't care. People are not, they don't care about nobody. Instead of us healing and trying to help others and one another get over this pandemic, and a lot of stuff happened during that pandemic. I mean, a lot of it was a very terrible time. And now she's talking about they sure put a lot on these leaders. Like I told her, it's each individual that makes a country good, better. They is asking a lot for America that was founded on blood, sweat, and tears. They asking a lot. He's been in DC for 50 years. This is what she's saying. Pelosi's been there for 37 years. McConnell has been there 36 years. Joe had 4 years. Did he bring the crime down? Now, I'm looking at this Pew Research Center, and it says what the data says about crime in the U.S. And it's saying that a growing share of Americans say reducing crime should be top priority for the president and Congress. Okay. Let me see. Since 2021, about crime has grown among Republicans and Democrats. Yes, it has. Something needs to be done about it. And we can't keep depending on the government, on the police, or to put crime down, because the police, they are there after the fact. Um, so a lot of time people say crime is going down. Well, that may be so, but when it happens to you, that don't matter. Uh, the FBI published the annual data. So it let me see. It's saying that it's going down, but it should get to the point where it is very low. That should be the end game, to get it eradicated and to get it very low. And you can't do that just coming off a pandemic, and you can't do that in 4 years. Now, you know what's really driving it is the hatred and the racism that's going on. Now, she goes on to say, we had to have the National Guard on the subways in New York City. That's the people. Joe, any President Joe Biden cannot go in people's home and teach their kids how to act. You can't do that. She's talking about stuff that really is irrelevant. Make these neighborhoods safer. Make them more healthier. Now, what they're doing is they are destroying the infrastructure. They're giving it. People can't find housing. They're living in dilapidated housing, and they're living in a neighborhood where there's only one grocery store, and you have to go miles to get to it. They're living in places where the schools are so bad. What do you expect in that kind of situation? And President Joe is giving them the tools to help, but these mayors and politicians and stuff is fighting against it. There is some places down south where you can't even get health care, food stamps. And now they want to put Bible verses and stuff in the schools, but they was against free lunch for the kids. What sense does that make? And then she's talking about, is your food bill higher or lower under Biden? My food bill, she don't know who she's talking to. I came up when bread was only 50 cents a loaf. Okay? It's been going up every few years since I've been on this earth. So why am I complaining? Bread, food, stop trying to buy that high-ass stuff. You buy what you can afford. They got free stuff. And then you're going to always have people that can afford groceries and some that can't. That's been on this in the United States since it's been in the United States. Trump runs this is her. Trump runs a multi-billion-dollar company. A multi-billionaire. I guess so. When you done cheated, lied, all this stuff is coming out, but they don't want to listen to that. Oh, that's all lies. Oh, he's been guilty of fraud. They say he's been bankrupt 4 companies. And most of these places, he just put his name on it. And then she's going to say, Joe could not work the register at the dollar store. You see how nonsense these people is? He's the president of the United States. He is talking to dictators. He is talking to leaders all over the world. He's been in politics for the last 50 years, but she's going to say he can't even run a register at a dollar store. This is how low-minded these people are. Okay. She goes on to say, the world knows the convictions of Trump were in a kangaroo courts. Okay, they are kangaroo because he's in them. Now, this judge been judging people all these years. But all of a sudden, when Trump is in there, it's a kangaroo court. I bet she couldn't explain what a kangaroo court is. Okay, then she says, look what Kamau said about what they did to Trump. I don't pay attention to what people say. I pay attention to what they do. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. He got kicked off of I don't know, Kimono, Kimo, I don't know. The Democrats have weaponized. They keep saying that. How do you weaponize? Trump is no more a fella than you are. Really? See, boy, I'm telling you, some people are so easily uh, easily, they are so easily maneuvered. I mean, not maneuvered, but manipulated and brainwashed. When you are found guilty of a crime, you are guilty. That's the way it's always been. But his talking points have really convinced these people that he's not a felon, that he's not guilty. And this woman, she don't know me. Talk about you no more a felon than he's no more a felon than you are. She don't have no clue who I am or my background. The trials were rigged. The trials, all his trials were rigged. These people are so deluded by all those talking points. If people would get off of the internet and stop listening to these news, these talking heads, maybe they would get back to their senses. And then she said, "Why won't you speak about Tara Reid?" Let me see, who is Tara Reid? Who is Tara Reid? Let me see. Talk about why don't you read about Tara? I think she spelled it wrong. Let's see, Tara. Oh, oh, okay. A month ago, a California woman alleged that Joe Biden assaulted her 27 years ago. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, now we could talk about that all day long. He been in the political arena for over 50 years, they say. Now, this happened 27 years ago. Why didn't she say something when he was a politician? And as far as that say, boy, there's no way in the world I'm gonna wait 20. A lot of them do. A lot of them got paid for it too, waiting 20 years to say something. But isn't it a fact that 1 in 9 women has been sexually assaulted, raped, abused? 1 in 9. I was sexually assaulted. And I'm sure some of my kids have been sexually assaulted. But we are living our lives. Now, I'm not saying that it is nowhere near right. Men have been sexually assaulted. Now, uh, okay, I don't have anything to say about that because that's just hearsay. And when she was in the Senate's office, okay, we all know what happens in the office. Okay. That happens. How many men have left their wives for their secretary? How many men is screwing their secretary? We even have instances where they was having orgies on the Congress floors. But that does not change anything, because you have somebody who's running for the Republican Party that has been found guilty of sexual assault, fraud, and has been indicted, has been impeached, an insurrectionist. Come on. And he says it never happened. So we don't know. We know women would get up there and lie and everything to get political gain, to get money, just like what they did to Cosby, just like what they did to R. Kelly. The best thing to do is not to do it. Because if you get rich and stuff, oh, they're going to think back, oh, yeah, he did touch me. But see, so, and that's her talking point. Why won't you speak about Tara Reid? What am I going to say about her? He denied it. Why am I going to talk about it? That's how the political arena goes. You try to find all the dirt you can on your opponent, whether it's true or not. Just like all that stuff we went through to get Kavanaugh. All these people come out the back, out the woodwork, talking about what he did. Oh my goodness, that was a spectacle. He inappropriately touched Tara Reid. It touched, not raped, not assaulted, but touched. Oh man, we all have done that. Really, not all. I ain't saying we all have, but I have. I didn't touch men without their permission. But it wasn't to harm nobody. You just, like, okay, ooh, this country is just full of sexually perverts. Everywhere you go is sex, sex, sex. And then somebody want to get mad when you touch inappropriately. So this is what these MAGA people are that's on their mind, that everything Trump does is right. He can't do no wrong. But Joe Biden is doing everything wrong. How do you figure that? But as far as this is what we up against. What can we do about it? Nothing, because it has gotten too far out of hand. You see it's getting worse. It's not getting better. And we have a lot of now they're trying to undo democracy. What do that mean? What does mean? Okay, you have the Republicans talking about we trying to keep democracy. Then you have the Democrats saying they're trying to take away democracy. What is the end game for both parties? That's what we need to be asking ourselves. Because see, the Republicans, how they fool a lot of us black people is by trying to say, oh, you just uh, voting for Democrats because you have been conditioned to uh, vote for Democrats. No, that's not why we vote Democrats. We look at what you want to do for everybody. We're not like MAGA or all them. We want to know what you're going to do for everybody, not just us. And that's why whenever you're talking about what they're going to do for the black voters, what they're going to do for the black, whatever you do for the black people, it's going to it's going to uh, benefit everyone. I'm so sick and tired of hearing this, the black votes, the black jobs. Now it's black jobs. And you have the and see, this is okay. Talk to my people. You know, we have a lot of wars to fight, a lot of fronts. We have 835 anti-government groups. What are anti-government groups? That's a good question. Okay. Um, anti-government. What are anti-government groups? You got 835 that they know of. They are anti-democratic, hard right movement. They believe that the federal government is tyrannical and they traffic in conspiracy theories about an illegitimate government of leftist elites seeking a new world order. What? In addition to groups that generally espouse these ideas, the movement is composed of sovereign citizens, militants, overt conspiracy protagonists, and constitutional sheriff groups. In the past, this movement was referred to as the Patriot Movement by adherents and critics. So, and see, we're not doing that. Us people, my people, we too busy partying, having a good time, buying Gucci, Prada, Michael Kors, you know. And then we have 595 hate groups. And these, I'm getting this I'm getting this from the Southern Poverty Law Center. Okay, you have white nationalists, general hate, anti-LGBTQ, neo-Nazis, neo-Bolshevik, anti-Muslim, anti-Semitism, anti-immigrant, racist skinheads, hate music, Christian identity, male supremacy, radical tradition, capitalism, and neo-Confederate. They call them hate groups. Okay, so we got to fight that too. What's a hate group? In the US, the FBO does not publish a list of hate groups. And it also says that Investigations are only conducted when threat or advocacy of force is made. Now, this is made with intelligence. These groups seek to revive many of the racist principles of the antebellum South. Now, I always said, and I always have said, that a lot of us are still living with the antebellum mind. And see, the South, I don't know why any black people are still living in the South. I don't understand it. But what we need to do, we have these fights, we have these wars that we are not paying attention to. We have been conditioned to depend on the other people to come to our rescue. We have to stop thinking that way. That's antebellum thinking. The white nationalist group espoused white supremacists or white separatism as the basics for national identity. What we need to do is get back to our senses and finish what Marcus Garvey started. We need to start thinking about leaving this country because they have lost their mind. They are being, it's like living in a cave and the rats are getting out of hand. Are you going to still live in that cave when you have more rats than you have people in this cave? Because that's what we are. I know it's a lot of good people out there, but a lot of good people ain't doing nothing but just sit back enjoying that handout that they get every month. They call it a paycheck. And they're going to spending it on making these rich people richer. We need to get on that boat. We need to get on a boat and get the hell out of here. Because our kids are going to be in big danger. A hate group is an organization that, based on its official statements of principles, the statement of its leaders or activities have beliefs of practices that attack or malign an entire class of people. They hate you because of your race or your religion or your ethnicity or your sexual orientation or your gender identity. They hate people just because of them being who they are. And they not only hate you, they will kill you. They will take your jobs. They will make a mockery out of the laws that are in place to protect people. And now they are putting people in place that could take all that away. Don't let this be disparaging, because we could fight this. We can do this. We need to start really talking facts, and we need to get out of Dodge. We need to get out this country because this country is getting ready to explode. And we need to start having strong talk with each other and within our groups that We're in a fight for our life. And you can't be afraid to die. You can't be afraid to lay your life down because our kids need us to be strong. It's a shame when we living in a country where just a couple of days ago, 2 13-year-olds were shot dead in the street. That that's not the world we're supposed to be living in. What is wrong with us? Okay, I'm gonna get off of here, but thank you. And as far as this person that left that message, I mean that comment. Ah, yeah. All right. Thank you for listening. Okay.